Hi Capricorn, welcome to your September Tarot Horoscope. I'm Jenny and I'm just going to pull a single card for you for this month to see what's coming up. So September, we have the September equinox. So if you are in the northern hemisphere, that's the autumn equinox, and then if you are in the southern hemisphere, it's the spring equinox. But no matter where you are, equinox is a time of balance, so it's going to be the even light and dark length of time for the night and day will be the same. So whether you're tipping into longer days or longer nights. The first 2/3 of the month up until equinox is Virgo season, and then after that we will be starting in Libra season. So that's what's going to be coming up for you this month, and we're just going to keep shuffling until a card pops up for you. All right, how about that one? Okay, Capricorn, you have the Lovers reversed. So this is the way it looks the right way up. We have a lot of red in the background. We have this naked man and woman here. Some butterflies up there. Way up here we have this angel or cherub. Above there's this kind of heart-shaped red long coil. Bit of storm clouds, flowers, kind of a fair few things happening here. And it was upside down like that. So the Lovers is a major arcana card, and we're going to see what the Lovers have to say for us today. Okay, the Lovers, Paradise and the Shadow. Many of us remember the expulsion from paradise as recorded in the Bible and in many other traditions. Less well known, and yet also a part of our Occidental tradition, is the story of man's return to paradise, of the eternal life beginning on the Day of Judgment. Well, your Day of Judgment is today. We long for love, but we may also be afraid to love and or to be loved. Whether or not love makes us happy depends greatly on what hopes and expectations we hold about love. As long as you are looking for your better half, you risk being only half a person. Or we may be looking for someone who is most like ourselves. Ask yourself if this is what you are seeking. For if you are looking for the one who resembles you in every respect, who knows and understands you intimately, that person can only be yourself. The more pronounced the distinctions, the more precious the points of harmony. Once you have learned to love the differences, the doors to a new paradise will open. However, many shadows and dark clouds will create obstacles on your path. Only love based on the individuality and originality of each partner will lead to this new paradise and be fulfilled, as in the image of the angel, in flights of inspiration and peak experiences going beyond the reach of each individual. Practical advice. The little angel in the picture represents the child of the two lovers. This hints at a real child, or could be understood in a figurative sense. Every kind of relationship, even the one with yourself or with a business partner, needs a metaphoric child, a productive result or outcome that bears witness to your partnership and lives and grows. Okay, Capricorn, the Lovers. Sorry, bumped my camera there. So of course the Lovers can be in reference to kind of two distinct entities, two distinct connected persons, but it's also very much like reminding us that a big part of our search for love or our search for connection with another being is really us looking for somebody to mirror ourselves back to us, is really us trying to find a way to better understand the parts of ourselves that are hard to connect with. And so we search for that in another person, and we kind of, search either for that which we want to love in ourselves and it's easier to find in somebody else, or we search for that part of us that really only exists with another. So yes, we are loving another being and we're getting to know another being, but so much of knowing somebody else is really just reflecting how and what we can know about ourselves. So there's always that invitation, which is to come into a healthy union and connection with yourself, so that when you are in relationship with somebody else, it's less to fill the gaps of the part of you that you're trying to look for, because you've already found that person. You're already in connection and in relationship with that, like with all those parts of yourself, and then you can just be enjoying that relationship with the other entity without it just being I need to fill something inside me. I need you to fix me. I need you to fill this void. I'm searching for you so that I can find my other half and be whole finally. That search for wholeness is really that search for wholeness in yourself. And so this card is really inviting us and reminding us to that we can be on this adventure and trying to yeah, to find that way to be an empowering relationship, as this card is saying, love that's based on the individuality of each individual being, two sovereign beings that are choosing to be in relationship and choosing to be in connection to each other, is significantly more empowered than two broken bits trying to fit together so they can finally feel good. That is, then it's this sort of, it's always this fear that what happens if we break again, instead of these two wholes that have their own individual needs and desires, and instead are choosing to spend time merging together. This is a kind of like a for the month of September. So like I said, it's Virgo season to start, and Virgo is the sign, its sign is the Virgin, and the Virgin is not necessarily talking about actual like sexual virginity of having not had another sexual partner. The original sense of virgin is somebody, or a woman, but somebody who does not need another spouse, or doesn't need a sexual union, or doesn't need the like economical functions of a marriage in order for them to do their own thing. So the virgin is somebody who has their own work, who has their own value, who has their own things that they do that supports them and gives them value, and so they don't actually need another person. They are happy to help others, they're happy to serve, but they don't need another to complete them. They can remain a virgin because they don't need, whether we're talking literal virgin or not, they don't require the spouse. And so that comes in this season as we started with Aries and worked our way through. Virgo coming before Libra. Libra is the season of partnerships, relationships, and ideally it's the relation of two sovereign beings that are choosing to connect together. And that's why it comes after Virgo season, where Virgo season is you really connecting and realizing, I have value, I have work to do, I have things that I can do on my own. I don't actually need another person. And once you have that self-fulfillment in the self, that's when you have your most healthy state to step out and say, I don't need somebody, but maybe I could have somebody. And this doesn't even have to just be romantic. Libra as a season of partnership doesn't just have to mean romantic or sexual partners. It can mean business partners. It can be any relationship of two sovereign peers trying to come together and relate for some sort of purpose. So no matter what, if this is romance or business or just some sort of connection with another person, the best way to do it is to spend this time first really connecting to that own independent sovereign work, and then moving in with that balance and that harmony of being two sovereign beings who don't actually desperately need each other, but can instead work together from a place of joy instead of scarcity or fear or loneliness. So that's sort of what we're kind of seeing here this month, is if you can spend that time in Virgo season before equinox, really kind of honing in on what it is that you like, that brings you value just on your own. So Virgo season is an earth sign as well. So Capricorn, this is going to kind of feel like a resonant season for you anyway. But this is less about Capricorn. You can often be really connected to the goal and the achievement and what it is that I can produce and the value that producing or achieving gives you. Virgo is a little bit more about the steps along the way. It's not so much about the goal, it's about the ritual. It's not so much about the end, it's about the process. So this is an invitation to say, okay, yeah, you've got your dreams and your visions, and Capricorn, you're probably like committed and connected to your vision, but how do you feel about the process? And do you feel confident in being your own, like, if you never reached your goal, as scary as that may sound, was the process enough? Did you feel like you had value and that you were, and maybe for you, for some of you, this Lover card is can you be a sovereign individual without needing your results? Like, what if you're married to your results or married to your work, where you feel like only half a person unless you reach your goal, or you feel like only half a person unless you have your work? And so this invitation then is, rather than trying to find yourself centered in yourself before starting a relationship, it's really, do you understand your own value and joy and purpose, disconnected to the work you may do and the goals that you might achieve, And so, can you be happy at all states of the journey, whether you're in that successful peak or whether you're in the slog or whether you're kind of in between? So, there's all kinds of ways you can look at this card, and it's just anything that you are in committed, connected kind of relationship with. Is where we're kind of focused on. So if you spend this Virgo season up till equinox really focusing on how do you feel about the process, and what makes you feel like you don't need others and you feel really confident and whole in yourself, then we have equinox, this time of balance, and moving into Libra season, which is okay, can I now balance myself as an individual who contributes and engage with another being, another job, another partner, another whatever it might be, and maintain that balance where they are their own being, I am my own being, or this work is its own entity and I don't always have to baby it, and I am my own person who engages with the work but is not defined by the work. Can we maintain that balance so that then that Libra season we can focus on the healthy relationship and harmony that comes from being connected with another person or a purpose, without being so lost without them. So that's the invitation for you this September. Yeah, the only other thing, no, I'm not going to get into that because I'm just going to keep going. So yeah, we'll just focus on what I said. And if you did want any extra support for this month, at least up until equinox, there's the, sorry, I keep bashing my camera here. My little stand's a little unbalanced right now. If you need any extra support for Virgo season, my Virgo season Pay What You Can workshop is already up on my YouTube channel, so you can give that a check out. Also, keep tabs for the equinox, so Libra season equinox workshop that'll be coming out towards the end of the month. Also super helpful just to give you a little bit of extra assist and seeing what the transits are as well, so you can be a little bit aware of the planetary movements and not just, yeah, and that'll just be kind of giving you a little extra support. So yeah, that's it, Capricorn. Best of luck this September, and yeah, I wish you all the best.